Architects Rocks. I got Jasmine Cain. Welcome. Save the Boobies. Jasmine Cain came all the way here to support Save the Boobies here in Shreveport, Bossier area. I'm super excited to see your face.
It was great. It was warm today.
It was super warm, and actually this was not so bad compared to.
No, it was fine. It was fine. We made it. It was a great show. It was fun this afternoon.
I have to tell you that I'm watching your videos and I'm listening to your music, and I understand and I heard like that you get the motorcycle community and the motorcycle culture in a way that a lot of folks don't.
Well, I grew up in Sturgis, South Dakota. I'm born and raised right near Sturgis, South Dakota. So I've been around it all my life. We didn't experience the rally most of the time when it would, during those weeks. Everyone that's local kind of hibernates and they just don't come out, or they rent out their houses and leave town or whatever. But I was always super curious. So I totally went against everything and joined them. And what I found about these kind of people was that they were the most caring, music-loving, like true blue collared American people. Like I love the motorcycle culture. I love the people. They're honest.
I listened to Highway Prophet and I watched the video, and the video shows one thing. For me though, the song and the music was a different thing.
Totally different thing.
And I think in all honesty that was amazing.
Well,
because it's super easy to do that visual.
Sure. And that's what a lot of people relate to, because, right now the song was actually written for
Sure.
Sons of Anarchy, which is why
Right.
the video was done in that format, because they're used to seeing that. They see it on TV, it registers with them, and they're immediately fans of that. If you go a little bit deeper and you listen to the actual song and the meaning of the song, you'll find that it's people that are lifestyle riders. Everything that they've learned on the road, and they're some of the most brilliant people. They have the best philosophies on life, and they'll tell you things that you've never thought, make you think about things you never thought of before.
For me, I heard from you was as a woman, and as a woman that lives a certain lifestyle and lives in some of that stuff, I heard you with some hurt, with some anger, but more than that, some fortitude. I heard, which a lot of folks, they don't realize that to be a strong woman doesn't mean that you're never weak and that you're never without a moment.
You wouldn't know what it was like to be strong if you weren't weak once in a while.
And that's what I heard more than anything.
Well, I mean, that's how it is for and women in this culture. You got to be tough to make it, because this is not an easy lifestyle. Being on the road all the time is not easy.
And then I caught you doing some covers, and I have to say, I flipping got all off on watching you do some rage.
That's kind of a new thing. Like, people have been, there's been a lot of like female rockers now that are really coming out, and some of my friends are like in nothing but like scream metal bands.
So when you're on the road and that whole being one of the guys thing,
Yeah.
how does that work? Because you're still the girly girl. I'm just saying.
I've had to learn how to do that.
Girl.
I'm the only girl, but I have had to learn how to be a girly girl, because I wasn't. I grew up, like you said, like with guys. I was on a cattle ranch. I mean, I rode bulls and rodeo. I was arm wrestling competitions. Like, I was always in the backfield at football games, like playing scrimmages with all the kids, all the guys that were back there. And I was really tough. I broke horses and did stuff like that. And then, we go out to start doing shows, and I was your jeans and boots and tank top girl,
He was a tough bitch.
girl.
He was a
And
tough
then
bitch.
somebody came up to me and said something once, and they said, "Do you want to be thought of as something bigger than every average day,
Sure.
everyday person?" And I said, "Well, of course. I mean, that's why I'm doing this." He goes, "Well, then you need to learn one very valuable lesson." And he said, "Learn how to appear as if you are bigger than that." He said, "You're going to have to dress differently. You're going to have to carry yourself in a way that makes people think that you're something greater than what you really feel like you are." And I took that guy's advice, and I started kind of looking into it. I'm like, it's time to develop an image. And I have to do it in a very low maintenance way.
I watched your videos and I watched you do the covers, and no kidding, like I saw you do that scream stuff and I went, oh my God. But for me, the stuff that you write, I saw this reserved, I saw it. Like, I mean, I saw you singing it and I saw what you write and I'm listening to it, and I keep watching this reserve. Like, there's this something behind you. It's like you're almost going to kill him. You're almost going to kill him. You're almost going to kill him. Where is your writing coming from?
Mostly my own experiences, but what I do is there's usually something that happens where it keeps coming at you again and again. Like the same experience is happening to you, it's happening to the people around you, it's coming at, somebody calls you and says, you'll never guess what happened. I'm like, yeah, I can, because it's happening right now.
Yeah.
So it's the same experience that happens to you, and then all of a sudden you're like, completely, you realize that like this is a story that needs to be told, because so many people are dealing with it at the same time. And I mean, that's just that moment. Imagine how many people around the world are having to deal with those things. So when I write from a kind of a need, but I've never written a song really in a conscious state of mind.
It's always just either happens or it doesn't.
I dream it. There's like this video, like a movie that's playing in my head, and then there's a soundtrack that's going along to it. And I have these dreams, they're very vivid, I remember them always. I'll wake up and remember the dream, but then I start to remember the music behind the dream, and I write that. So I don't know where it comes from. But it's beyond me. It's totally beyond me.
So right now, and you're on the road, and you do these functions for the bikers, and you do this and you do that, but I see you so much bigger than that. You know what I mean?
I'm never really sure how to approach it, and I don't have management or anything. I do all of this on my own.
All on your own.
So it's really just kind of like you have to sit and think about the best way to approach this. And I just decided that I was gonna just put my hands in a lot of different things and see what happens. So my best friend in Nashville and I, Goldilocks, we started our own TV show that we're also doing on YouTube.
Awesome.
YouTube Goldie Knows, and it's Goldy. But we started doing our own TV show, and it's kind of reality / talk show. But it's fun because we're both rock chicks. She's a wrestling personality. I'm in the biker culture. So yeah, we're both beasts. And we just don't take any bullshit from anybody. So
that's the best part.
I know. So it's funny because, I mean, we mess with each other. Our mouths are like sailors, and we just can't.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. No, she never talks like that. Never.
I haven't.
It's not like I haven't heard 1,000 things that came out of your mouth and just made me, even me, drop my mouth and go, oh my God, did you just say that? It's amazing. I could take a lesson from you.
Where can they find your tour dates and what's coming up for you other than you and Goldie on?
Everything is on JasmineCain.com. Of course, we're on Facebook, Jasmine Cain Rocks, Twitter, Jasmine Cain Rock, and we have a Reverb Nation page. I love that site.
We love it.
You can listen to all the songs on there.
Anybody from
the
backwoods in your neighborhood.
And you know what's really cool about that is that you can see where you rank in your local area. We're like number 14 right now in Nashville. And I mean, that says a lot because there's a lot of really killer rock bands here in Nashville. I mean, we're up against bands, that are doing it right. Kings of Leon, Paramore.
Hello.
I mean,
Hello.
Yeah, we're in there. We're totally in there. So we can do this. And we've gotten so many great sponsors here in the last year. They're really starting to get it now, and they're starting to come on board. Affliction is one. We actually just brought on Corello Jewelry. They make all of our jewelry and stuff for us. And we have Old Smoky Moonshine came on as a sponsor this year, which is like,
because that ain't never bad when you throw some moonshine.
Don't ever give this girl with moonshine. It's trouble. So we promote Old Smoky quite a bit, and it's.
I'm not allowed to drink that. I'm just saying.
Are you not?
Oh no, I'm either really nice or I'm not. There's no in between.
And you don't know? Is that it? There's no telling?
So
flip a coin.
In there's just like a hot mess or there's not a hot mess. So I'm either super friendly or not. So
So if you start to get not, can we just tie you up in a corner?
They try. I'm
That's
super glad that I got to meet you, that I got to hang out with you, that I'm getting to watch you, and
we're about to have a killer party out here tonight.
It's gonna be insane, stupid face.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you for hanging out with Architects Rocks. We'll see y'all later.